Hi, and welcome to the latest quickfire video interview brought to you by IoT Now. My name's Jeremy Cowan. I'm editorial director of IoT Now magazine and website. Now, ahead of the Smart Grid Forums held as part of the London event IEC CIM Week at the end of March, it seemed a good time to take stock of recent progress towards sharing information in the Common Information Model, or CIM for short. For that, we're lucky enough to have with us Varun Perumalla, who is lead architect for power systems at California ISO. Varun, welcome.
Glad to be here, Jeremy.
Varun, can you describe the key challenges that are facing the smart grid industry today, please?
Yeah, smart grid is going under a huge transformation today, especially in changes in supply. We are blessed to have increase in renewable generation, which is a blessing to the global climate, but which is also causes issue in the renewable integration, leading to having more forecasting data, things like that. And also like a demand response. Previously, the demand used to be stable and predictable, but now it's more unpredictable. And with the rise of new technologies like EV and distributed energy resources, things like that, the demand is also more unpredictable. And this caused basically a new opportunities. And also this has resulted into a more technology evolution. That means like more and more data is coming into the utilities, which creates more threats like cybersecurity and how do you kind of standardize things like that. So it's I always say like this, we are driving a car and there is a car is being changed while you are driving and you still need to have, you can't stop the car. So similarly in the utility industry, the light should be on, but the industry is undergoing under huge transformation. And we have to get adapt to it and be up to speed in terms of technology and embed all those changes into the utilities well informed.
It's a good analogy, and I can see why that's a huge challenge. So what's the business case that's pushing utilities to adopt the Common Information Model and to facilitate data sharing?
Yeah, unlike before, utilities are not working in their own silos. Now with so many different players coming into the picture, like you have to share your data with your downstream, like distribution company, upstream, the power markets are there, you're selling and buying the power. So traditionally utilities used to be under their own boundary and own silos, but those barriers are being broke now because now they are working with many participants. So there comes the challenge where each utility can have an own format of their power system network model, and they need to all start speaking in a common language so they can easily share the data. So that's how this whole SIM got evolved. And now because of so many in this smart grid, there are so many players coming into the picture, it gives more importance to have one standardized power system network model so they can share with their participants.
I see. So for companies like yours, sitting at the kind of intersection of power systems, architecture and strategy, obviously with a lot of experience, how are you able to help the utilities globally?
Yeah, as we all know, utilities are a little behind in terms of technology compared to the tech firms. So it is responsible for companies like us, where we understand what the power system use cases are, understand what are some new technologies out there, and see how that new technology can actually help in building our power system more reliable and resilient, and also at the same time being very realistic, and also ensure it's more secure and not prone to more cyber attacks, things like that. And so use all those with respect to ensuring the grid is more reliable, which meets the policies that the governments are coming. Like in California, we are saying by 2045, we need to have 100% renewable. So we need to use all those to ensure it kind of fits to the overall objective of what we are trying to achieve.
So how can the industry itself ensure effective collation and use of this range of power system data for its system planning?
Yeah, as I said, the grid has changed dramatically. So the first thing is Everyone has been working on their own silos, like generation planning was happening in their own silos, transmission planning was happening in their own silos, and distribution. So now there is a need for having a more holistic, integrated generation, transmission, and distribution planning together. And also, the one of the advantage of the SIM is it's not just the transmission network model, but the SIM is also exists for the distribution side. So now they can exchange more easily and work together, not only to have more reliable grid, but also do the future planning of the system on how they want to be from 5 years and 10 years from now, not just from transmission development perspective, but overall the grid perspective, starting from generation to the distribution.
Varun, that's really helpful. I wish we had more time, but that is it. I feel that we've barely scratched the surface, so I'm going to ask if we can get you back again in the future.
Sure. I'm glad to be here anytime.
It's great to have you. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us worldwide to understand a bit more about smart grids. Till the next time, bye for now.
Thank you.